Okay, I haven't recorded for a bit, so I've been working on the Markdown by myself without recording because it's been taking me a long time to piece together what I want, and I don't think anyone wants to sit there watching me figuring out what I'm trying to do. So for that reason, I have not posted a new video for a bit, so here's a new one. One note I wanted to make: I am using our Markdown, an extension called Page Down, and if you can go to this website to check it out. But basically, it allows you to build PDFs in R without installing LaTeX. No need to install LaTeX to get beautiful PDFs. It's great marketing. I'm totally convinced. Count me in, coach. You can see you get you can do table of contents. You have clickable page numbers. This is a image, so we can actually go to this website, but has chapter headings, subheadings, bold, italics, formulas, tables, plots, pretty much everything you want. And click, takes you, bada bing, bada boom. Pretty nice. Code snippets. You could throw in Python, I believe, as well if you wanted. If you wanted to get stylish. So yeah, this is what I am using. So that way I don't need to use LaTeX, because I tried using LaTeX on this computer, but it's encrypted, and for some reason it didn't work. So yeah, there's that. Also, little trick wanted to show you: when you are opening your file, you can actually open it in this kind of way. If you have your r.rproj file, you can just double click that and it will pop right open. It will actually take you to the project in hand. You don't have to load your project within R, because you're basically loading it in R right now. So as I said, I did a lot of work already within R. This is I think this is my 5th time recording part 2, and seriously, I'm gonna just show you what I have, talk about it, and post this. I'm not gonna build any more code because I've been kicking myself in the butt trying to figure this out. Yeah, so you can see, let's just make sure my theory was correct. Yes, match reports, and I just opened up match reports project, and it took me right here. Pretty cool. So if you click on a your Markdown file, you can see up here I have Page Down, as I mentioned. You probably need to do something like this and hit enter. I don't know if I need an update. It's been a while since I've updated packages, so I'm not going to do that because I don't want it to update. Although I probably should, but I'm not going to do it right now, because I just barely tested this and it worked, so I'm not too concerned at the very moment. But I do want to update eventually, within the next, I don't know, couple days. So yeah, I'm just going to show you straight away what I got. Control Shift K. Basically, I got a little less than 100 lines. If we clear out all this white space, it might even be 50. I don't know. 50 lines of code. Basically, what I'm doing, I am loading. Oh, I should have opened these up first. I am loading, and it'll take a second. There's a lot of stuff going on. Music, OBS, libraries, Markdown running. All right, so basically I have libraries. So basically every single one of these R files, I just source libraries. There are different ways to do that. This way, it may not be the most memory efficient way, but it's the way I'm currently doing it. So pick your poison. That's what I'm doing. You decide what you want. You could throw all these, or whichever ones you actually need within each R. I just did it this way. It was a little easier. But yeah, it probably is slowing it down because I'm having to load each of these libraries every time one of these is sourced. So I'm basically opening up the libraries like 4 times. It's probably not very smart. So I could be doing that better. But for the way it looks, I mean, like, dang, it looks nice. Like, oh, look, there's my libraries. Oh, look, I don't have a bunch of stuff on top. It just says libraries. But yeah, it's probably slowing it down, I bet. So if speed is your concern, find an alternate method. So I parse the DVWs. I changed the way I parse my DVWs because I needed something that DataVolley open, Science Untangled does. It's called ladder DV list summary. I believe it's called ladder. Yeah. So this is a really cool function. I had to change my whole parsing code just to obtain that. Basically what I used to do is I would parse the files, and then I would throw all of this all the way down to here into here. So this was one gigantic function, and then I didn't even have this, but in order for me to get that, I had to separate this. You'll see on this report when it pops up why I like using that, but basically it gives me a nice rundown of how a team does. I also created positions, except this is probably not the best way to do it. There's also positions created. Let's see. I have this somewhere. I know I do. I shouldn't have closed all that. Infer roles. Look, it's running now. I have the OV Analytics, Infer player roles, and that also gives you position. So I kind of use both for what I'm doing. I use this for the team I'm focused on, and for all the opponent teams I use that. All right, so before we show that PDF, because I actually hope it's good. Yeah, data used and match used. I believe I went through this last time. I went through my parse DVW because I updated it a bit, so that's why I did that. So this is where I start getting a little crazy. All right, so let's check out the report. What I got so far. I dig it. It's not bad. You can see University of Arizona, and this right here is that ladder info provided by the DataVolley package, which I think is nice. It gives you a rundown of how the team is performing within the matches used, or the data used in this report. So you can see there's 19. There should be 20. I don't know why there's 19. I don't know where that last file is. I have never looked for it. But either way, you can see win percentage, set wins, set one, points for, points against, point ratio. You could probably throw in more stuff, but I think that's pretty basic. I think, again, the goal was a basic report, and I think for what I'm trying to do, it's good enough. It's perfect. It's not too big. It's not too small. It fits well. I could probably change the font size maybe 1 point higher. I kind of wish this was all on one line. It's not like separated right here. And then new line feed, but it's fine. I'll live with it for now. But see, and I could probably make that one bigger too. I didn't. I don't know why. I don't know why. This is the base stats, which is this one, and I have my font size at 10. That one's at 10, and this top one, which is going to be this one. Matches used. Font size at 10. No, data used. I know data used is going to be smaller. Excuse me, no. So it's the one before that. It's going to be this bad boy. Ladder info. So you check this out. Dang it, 12. That's why it's bigger. Well, let's throw. I think I'm for base stats. I think I'm going to have to change that to 12 too. Because I think that could fit. I mean, as a 12. I don't really love. It's fine. It's fine. It's not too bad. The order makes sense. So I I accept. Is that table? It's not table. Is it table number 1? Whoa, not 1212. That's too big. Oh, I'm getting super lag on this. Matches. Yeah, table number 1. All right. So, yeah, and then I have this plot. I actually, I'm gonna throw in one more thing. Actually, 2 more things on this page. I'm not gonna throw it in now because I'm just going through what I have. But basically, it's a rundown of how let's say I'm University of Colorado and I'm playing University of Arizona, and this is my report for University of Arizona. I can say, oh, University of Arizona is not as strongly skilled at transitioning as their opponents, or side out, or etc., etc., etc. So that's what kind of this is. It kind of just hey, just kind of a visual eye candy, visually pleasing. Hey, this is the way said team is performing versus their opponents. Attacking by position. I should put a title on that. But basically, this is just saying, hey, University of Arizona, their middles are hitting this, or opposites, outside, setters. I need to change this so the title, the team is just up here as a title, and that's it. I don't, it fits pretty good. I could I'll have space to do that. Same thing with this part. So these numbers are, I would not look at them as a truth to all ends, because I don't know if these are actually correct. I'm guessing these positions based off the numbers. I don't have the actual positions hard coded in, just as a heads up. But yeah, basically, I need to change the name of this. It should be first ball. Just FB. Attack reception works. Yeah, but I mean, attack transition. I don't really like that. It kind of is annoying. Libero. It's alright. But you can see, so this part, alright, so this was the part that really I got stuck on, that I recorded the video 4 times for this part right here. And the code looks like this. It's just so big and dumb. It's like this whole thing plus that. I think end zone conditions. Reception. Oh, this one. So this second one. That one. Yeah. So basically, the thought process I had was, all right, I want to know how my future opponent, my next opponent, is doing when I serve them in zone 1. I don't care what rotation. Just for me, from my perspective, you can generalize. I used to play middle, so it kind of makes sense in my brain to do it like this, because in thinking about it this way, the whole team, usually typically the server is looking at the coach. Hey, where do I serve? I think in some rare circumstances, the whole team might know where the server is attempting to serve to. But I feel like the whole team should really know where their serve is going. You could really perform some defensive schematics maybe a bit differently. Maybe not a ton. I think in indoor especially, it's going to be reactive. It's going to be a reactive kind of game, like where things are pretty fixed within their reading contexts. There's not a lot of variation within the positions, as far as like the art of the game is, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically, for me, it makes sense. Maybe not for other people, but so it's like saying, okay, University of Arizona, they're sighting out at 56% in zone 6. So we're gonna assume that that these attempts are even across the board. So I'm gonna tell my team, hey, serve Arizona right in the middle. Like, come on, short, maybe kind of a seam short. Let's force them to pass from the middle and from 5, because that is where they're not passing great. And you can see their first ball efficiency as well. It's like, dang. I mean, you serve them in end zone 1, their first ball efficiency is much better than 6. Again, maybe that's because of the number of attempts. I mean, it's less than 100, but still. So that's kind of the idea for this first part is, hey, where can we serve? Doesn't matter what rotation. Where are they the weakest? This opens up a ton of can of worms. It opens up a whole slew of opportunity to research this. Okay, let's go look at through rotations. Let's go look through when specific players are passing when they are in zone 6. Let's go look through, is the data actually accurate? We're going to assume all this is accurate because, that's just what the assumption is. Putting together anything, right? Within R and DataVolley, using outsourced files. Right. So this next table is similar in the fact that we're looking at where the end zone is. Reception 1. The end zone is reception 1. I want to know the distribution. So I could see the side out percentage is 64%. And actually, I do need to change some things because if you look at this efficiency and also this one, it's different. Same with that one. And wait, 5? And then 6? Yeah, I think I'm doing this right, but it doesn't feel like I am. It seems like something's off. I don't know why. The totals should be matching up. I think let's just take a quick gander as to why, as it's just a quick check. So it's not that table. I think it's this first ball reception attack and reception distribution. Let's just. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm grouping by end zone. Oh, see, this one's next position, but that shouldn't matter. See, all that is right. Pretty much the same. Yeah, this is like exactly the same. The only thing I don't have is next position because I'm doing it like that. All right, let's move on. And oh, you know what? Dude, no way. Look at this. This is why it's important to cross-check this nonsense, dude. Next grade. Oh, wait. No, it's good. It's good. So, first ball is side out numb. So what I'm doing here... It's because I'm pivot. I don't. All right. I see something, but that shouldn't matter too much. So basically, on this first one, what's happening here? I'll just show you. I'm taking this. Oh, come on, bro. Oh, come on. It's gonna make me do this. And we're gonna go like this. I have a little cheat spot, so I don't have to wait for the data to load. Actually, you know what? I am gonna have to load it. Now that I remember, I did that just a bit ago. It's gonna take a second. Oh man, it's because I need to do this. There we go. Oh wow, that took a second. Okay, so basically, what I'm seeing. Where was I? Oh come on. Where was I? That was old. Alright, so this is what I'm seeing. I'm grouping my end zone which I do there. And I'm doing this summarize and I'm dropping, which is good, and I'm doing this summarize and I'm dropping, which is good. And then I'm saying NA omit, but I'm not doing that up here. And then I'm also arranging first. I don't need to do that. Not that it matters, but it's just an extra step that's not necessary. And then I do a janitor, adorn totals. But I pivot first here. I don't do that here. That could be why. I don't know. Anyway, so the idea, again, so this is not adding up. I'm going to cross-check to see why once this is all loaded up. But the idea is, okay, reception 1, we can see that they are pretty strong. So where is the distribution? Where are they going? Is the setter dumping? Are they going to outside most of the time? It looks like everyone goes to outside since forever. Because that's just the way volleyball is played. But then, you know, you can make some kind of, I don't know about generalizations, but maybe plans, game plans, maybe not, I don't know. It's a way you can kind of like be like, okay, so I can see the opposite zone 6 is not set nearly as much as in zone when they receive in zone 5, which is kind of crazy. It's a 6% difference. Out of 241 swings, I mean, how many is that? Whoops. Oh, come on. Oh, it's a super slow computer right now. Oh, this is annoying. I mean, if you go 3, 41 times 0.06. Yeah, I don't know how many swings that is. I can't think of it, but you know, like, this is different, and you can see when the opposite when you serve Arizona in in zone 6, the efficiency for the opposite is lowest. So what we could do is throw in some conditional formatting to change these colors, make it quite nice. But you can see the outside zone 6 efficiency is really bad. 155. So this is all out of reception. Again, this is my beach brain thinking like, ooh, first ball side out is played so much. So that's why I'm thinking this way. Give me a break, eh? But yeah, that's my kind of thought process idea about this. The distribution of when a team receives in zone 1, zone 6, zone 5. And how well they attack out of that distribution as well. So you can see the total distribution and the total efficiency, which should be adding up to that, but it's not because I did something over here. Is this loaded up yet? There you go, boom. All right, so let's see what's going on. Let's just take a dabble. Let's just take a dabble. All right, so if I did that, oops, all right, and then this. Okay, so that's why I NA omit, but that's also why the numbers are different. Okay, so I don't even need to keep going. I already know. It's because the next position is NA at some points. Why is that? Let's do this. Let's go, Well, I know a skill. Next skill is going to be that. Oh, come on, bro. It's like, come on. You know what I'm trying to do. What if I do, what is it? Attack code? Are you for real? Ah, that's why. Okay. Silly. I'm going to call it AC, actually. Oh, man. So look at that. Let's just click this too. Map team. I wonder what's. I mean, that's 100 attacks. Let's see, outsides. Yeah, outside. It's just like all outsides. A couple of X6s, but it's pretty much just the outsides. I don't know why it's not working. It should be. That bothers me. But alas, it is what it is. Oh look, she has an attack with no attack combo. Oh, let's go do some quality checking. That sounds so fun. So anyway, yeah, that's it. That's part 2. That's gonna be all. I'm gonna now take 7 different tries to make this next portion of my video. I hope it doesn't take that long, but I'm gonna put it right below this guy. Right before this, it's going to talk about the comparison of both teams. That's kind of my next goal. But yeah, I dig it. It's decent, and so yeah, comparison of teams, attacking by player. Those are kind of my 2 next goals. But we got some distribution of where the serve goes to and where that team likes to set from that reception location. And if you run a 6-2, obviously this is going to be super, like, you know, you're going to want to be saucy with how you do this. But I know that a 5-1 was ran for this team. I think that setter, like, she played, like, every single set forever. Yeah, attacking by position, opponents attacking by position. How well the team performed when the serve was in that rotation or in that end zone for based off of index, expected side out, and first ball efficiency, comparisons, and then general stuff here. So that's what I got today. Short and sweet, I hope. Can't even see. Something else I wanted to show you. In my team report, oh wait, excuse me, matches report, if I look at my DVWs, you can see I have 19 here of Arizona. I'm going to change that. So all I do is just delete it. So if I'm running a report on, say, Stanford now, I will go find Stanford. Also throwing it in there. If you search for something in this way, it will be very helpful. It just is better at bringing up exact string portions or portions of what you're searching for. So all I'm going to take all those files. I'm going to dump it in there, in my work project file. Hopefully that kind of works. There it goes. All right. And then I need the team ID. So I'm going to open up a file, look for a team ID. If I can find one. Too far. 247. I'm going to go back into R. Oh, it's closed. But I'm going to go back into R. R or your project, however you decide to open it. So I'm going to do it this way this time. And as it's loading, you then want to go back to your RMD file. And this is the big reason I build my files in this manner. I change the team ID, run, and let's see if this experiment works. Control Shift K, let the knit render. Let's see what we get. All right, it's about done now. Let's see what it comes up. There has been no errors. Hallelujah. That's good news. Let's check out what we got. What this gave us. I'll throw this code up on the that Google Chrome, that Google Drive. Excuse me. All right, dope. Dang. All right, this one has 20 matches. Congrats! I actually did it right this time. Pretty cool stuff. Let's see. USC, that was a pretty good match. Arizona was a good team. 2015. They were a little underrated, I think. Just had a couple big tough breaks. Washington was a good team, yeah. See Stanford lost UCLA. Oh, they won UCLA in 3. I wonder where that was. Ooh, you know what? I should probably say if it was at home or away. Dang, that's a good idea. I'm gonna throw that in. Not this time, obviously, but eventually. Now that I changed this font up here, it looks a lot better. Looks a lot cleaner. Oh dang, look at this. Stanford just rocks everybody, dude. Oh jeez. So now we can look at attacking by position. Oh, I still want to change this to first ball and trans. I shouldn't say attack or reception. That's silly. Outsides. Dang, surprised the outsides are pretty weak, to be honest. 179. I mean, maybe it's high. I'm not sure, to be honest. I could be wrong. But look at that. Look how much more. They didn't even set the outsides that much. I mean, if these positions are correct, they could be wrong. You know, it's interesting that teams, maybe it's my coding, what I'm doing wrong. I don't know, but transition seems to be lower than first ball. Why is that? It can't be right. It can't be right. There's no way. But, I mean, everywhere I see it, it's kind of true. I don't know why. See how they performed versus opponents. They did pretty good against middles, keeping them below 350 and opposites below 300. Outsides, dang, they got a little outperformed by on the outsides. Assuming it's correct. All right, so this expected side out percentage is kind of annoying me. I don't know why it's the same last time Arizona and Stanford, so that's bothersome. I'm gonna check that out. Not right now, but yeah, see, this is the idea. Just throw in the DVWs, put in the team ID, run it, and you got it. That's it. And you delete these DVWs when you're done from your R folder. Don't forget, it needs to be through your R folder, otherwise you'll be in a very sad state, especially if you empty your recycle bin quickly. So it has to be in your R folder. Just delete them, boom. Just delete them, boom. Search for a new team. I don't know. Oregon. You just, oh, geez, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work because Oregon State. So we're gonna say Colorado because I know that won't mess up. So you just take that, post it in, you find the team ID, run it, and you're done. And then you just, when you're done, you delete these files again. So this is the kind of workflow I like personally. It's pretty smooth. I like it. But this is kind of fun to look at. Dude, there's got to be something wrong with this. You're telling me when Stanford received from zone 1, their outsides hit 56? But other than that, they were above almost 300. Or excuse me. Oh, dang, look at that. Like, you know? Like, doesn't that... I mean, really, doesn't that just, like, trickle you? You're like, you look at this. I mean, serve zone 5, right? but the side out is 70. See, this is the game, man. This is what you gotta figure out. I mean, their efficiency is high too. It really is. I mean, zone 1 is that the lowest? The zone 6 is zone 6 again. It's probably because it went into zone 8. Oh, speaking of zone 8, I should probably mention one last thing. So anyway, I'm not going to go through that anymore. I'm going to close this before I get distracted by it again. It's not going to be parse. It's going to be data used. No. My bad. Intro stats. I need to save these. I need to have better names. So attacking, first ball reception. So something you might want to do if you do something like this is end zone equals if else end zone equals 8 6, otherwise end the zone. And I would only do it here. I wouldn't do it in your parsing because it affects pretty much everything. Attacking, setting, receptions. So you might want to do something like that in here. So that way, if you use 879, so that way it stays just kind of similar. It gives you a base number. I mean, unless you're really specific and very skilled with your analysis and your distribution of your analysis to your teams and your coaches are able to translate that to your players, and your players are able to perform at a level high enough to make those kinds of serves and 789, then I don't know. It just depends, obviously, but I think you catch my drift. So, yeah, do as you wish. This is something I would just suggest if you do something like this. But, yeah, ciao.